Okay, good morning, everybody. So here we are again. So I'm looking at my notes from last week. And last week, the title was, We All Have What It Takes. The two concepts we work with was right and wrong. And what I came, or the question I came up with, so sometimes I feel right. I feel like steel and I know that I'm right. And the question I need to ask myself is it true? Am I absolutely sure that my opinion is true? And then on the other side, sometimes I feel I'm wrong. Often I feel I get scared, I'm confused, or I'm relieved or hopeful. But same thing there. When I think that I'm wrong, is that true? You know, can I be sure that what I'm feeling or what my opinion is it true? So that was last week. So this week, let's see what Pema has for us this week. It's October 2nd, and the title is Wholehearted Attention. When the teachings tell us to make friends with our emotions, they mean to become more attentive and get to know them better. Being ignorant about emotions only makes matters worse. Feeling guilty or ashamed of them does the same. Struggling against them is equally non-productive. The only way to dissolve their power is with our wholehearted, intelligent attention. Only then is it possible to stay steady, connect with the underlying energy, and discover their insubstantial nature. Okay, so from this text, we're going to pick two concepts. So she's talking about emotions mostly, and making friends with emotions. So maybe one part is like, am I acknowledging or feeling my emotions, or am I numbing it? Such as, like, even emotions such as guilt or shame, sometimes we don't want to feel it, so I'm going numb. And what I'm hearing from Pema, it's better to feel it, even if it might be so-called negative emotions. So we are the one putting a labeling on good emotions and bad emotions, and I think all emotions are necessary to feel. So maybe one side is feeling it and the other one is numbing. Okay, so find, and you can pick other concepts if you want to. So find your seat, sit up tall, start moving your feet. You can look at your feet, notice how they're moving, the toes are lifting, the heels are lifting. And then start to sense the connection between the soles of your feet and the floor. Maybe imagine how the soles of the feet are connecting all the way down to the center of the earth. And then come to stillness. Bring awareness to your two sitting bones. And then allow the two sitting bones to symbolize the two concepts we're working on. One is being numb, and the other one is feeling. Being numb, or being maybe attentive. Being numb or paying attention. Maybe that's better. Being numb or paying attention to whatever we're feeling. So numb attention. Numb attention. And then come to stillness. And then bring your awareness to your breathing, noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. Maybe notice how your lungs are expanding on the inhale and releasing and softening on the exhale. So lungs are expanding on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. And then bring your awareness all the way up to the crown of your head. You can use your fingers to open up your Sushumna or the chimney, Sushumna. And then imagine how there is a opening all through your body, and it's like you can imagine a big circle going from the universe right through you into the center of the earth, out into the universe, coming back in through you, down to the center of the earth. It's like a one big circle. And then, if you want to, you can imagine how your breathing is moving in this Sushumna or in your internal chimney. And notice, is it moving up or is it moving down or is it moving back and forth? So, paying attention. There's no right or wrong, just pay attention. How does your breathing move in your Sushumna? And then place your hands on your knees and starting to wake up your physical spine, which is needed here on earth. Without the spine, without the bones, we would just like, I don't know, collapse into a bag of skin and muscles and tendons. And then notice, when are you breathing in and when are you breathing out? And then coming back to stillness. Look at your fingers, open and close your fingers like blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Into your nose and out through your mouth. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. And as you're reaching, notice how you're using your feet. So for me to reach up high, I have to push into the opposite foot. So I'm pushing into the earth and reaching for the universe. So without that stability from the earth, I can't reach up towards the universe. And maybe notice how the rib cage is opening up and the lungs are stretching. And then reach and turn and open up the arms and then look behind you. And maybe think about emotions that you have had in the past. So what did you feel yesterday, for instance? And then release, shake it out, lift and release a few times. And then look at your fingers, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand the way that feels funny. And then straighten the elbows, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then reach and reach and reach. Notice how you're using your feet to reach higher. And then turn, open up, look behind you. And then maybe think about a time in the past where you numbed your feeling. You didn't allow yourself to feel your emotions. And then release, lift and release, lift and release. And then bring the arms up in cactus. So we all have patterns. So maybe you are feeling your emotions very, like you're very dramatic. Or maybe you're numb, you don't feel them. So whatever it is, we have a pattern. So it's usually easier to go with the same pattern that we've always done. To create balance, we need to swim backwards or swim the other way. To create a new pattern to create balance. And then allowing the elbow and the knee to connect. So what happens when emotions, strong emotions or strong feelings and numbness meet? Strong feelings and numbness. When they meet, what happens? Could be a quick meeting, or we can go cross the body too. And then we can allow the numbness and the strong emotions to stay connected, to stay in conversation. So what's the conversation that the part of you that is numb is having with the part of you that has very strong emotions? And then try the other side. Okay, and let's try all four. All four, strong emotions and numbness in conversation. What happens when we allow the opposites to meet? You can stay here, you can stretch your legs a little bit and then release down. Okay, with a wide and stable stance, we can explore these concepts without falling, falling. Okay, so one side is being numb, and the other one is being attentive or paying attention to what I'm feeling. So sometimes we just go numb, and sometimes we pay a lot of attention to our emotions. So that's the black and white. Those are the two opposites. And then there are all the other colors in between black and white. So what are all those colors? What does that look like? Maybe one side is being very cold and the other side is being very hot. What's in between? And then come back to neutral. Jump your feet together, jump the feet together, landing in Tadasana. No, we're not going to do that yet. We're gonna paint first. So take your hand. Now imagine a situation when you're numb, when you're cold, when you don't feel anything. Take a color, dip the hands in your fingers in the paint, and then draw that picture. So what is going on when you are cold, when there are no emotions, when you feel nothing, you're completely numb. What is going on? What is going on? And then release that image. And then go to the other side. So when you have very strong emotions, being very dramatic, being hot kind of, what's going on there? So pick a color and then draw that situation. So what is going on when you are being very dramatic, strong emotions? What is going on? And then release that image. And now jump your feet together. And then we're going to write the story. Write the story. So look at your toes, open up your toes, dip your toes in ink, and then write the story when you're being cold, completely cold. You don't feel anything. You're completely numb. There are no emotions. Write the story. What is going on when that happens? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Or if you want to, you can bring the hands down, release the head. Inhale, come back up. And then place the foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. And then gently guide that right knee out. Seated pigeon. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to seated eagle. Now, this eagle is completely numb. This eagle feels nothing. Cold, numb, no emotions. So look at this part of you. Look at this eagle. What's going on? What's going on when the eagle is completely numb, feels nothing, cold, numb? What does it look like? Look at the feathers, the eyes. And then allow that bird to fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. And then look at the other toes, dip the toes in ink, and then write the story about very strong emotions, dramatic, paying a lot of attention to your emotions. What is going on when there are very strong emotions? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, breathe. And then place the left hand on the floor, right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to look up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands to come a little deeper into the twist. Maybe let the top arm go up, reaching high, and notice how you're pushing into the hand on earth to reach up high. Without that stability, you wouldn't be able to reach. And then that top arm goes down in between your hand, your arm and your body towards this opposite ankle. Left hand moves forward, look underneath your armpit. Inhale, come back up. And then place the hand on the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, and maybe bring the top arm up. And notice how the arm towards the ground gives the support that's needed to reach the universe. And then the top hand comes down, find the opposite ankle, right hand moves forward and look underneath your armpit. Inhale, come back up to elbows to knees. And then place the left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out wide. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your way to seated eagle. Now, this eagle has very strong emotions. Very strong, it's being dramatic, strong emotions, paying a lot of attention to its emotions. So look at that eagle. Look at the feathers, the eyes, the head, the wings. And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, back to a wide and stable stance, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Now imagine that your arms are your wings. So straighten those elbows, stretch the wings, open up your wings, and then go out flying. And you can go anywhere that you want, anywhere that you want. Where would you go? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? And then turn the palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, dive deep. And then bring the arms behind you, holding on to opposite forearms. Then release the right hand, bring it up and over, place it at your back body. Allow the fingertips to connect either physically or like in the air. And then release that arm down. Left hand, shake it out, bring it up, find your back body, and then maybe allow the fingertips to touch or connect in the air. And then release, shake it out, roll the shoulders a little bit, first one way, and then the other way. Okay, now we're gonna build some strength in the legs, so bring the heels a little closer. Big inhale. Exhale, push into the earth to come up to standing. Okay, I'm gonna pick 10 again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Shake it out. Rest for a few moments. Big inhale. Exhale. Pick the same or a different number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Rest for a few moments. And then inhale, exhale. And this time we're going to stay standing. Okay, breath of joy. 3 inhales, 1 exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. And you can bend your knees, you can leave the mat, you can let the arms go around. And then eventually allowing the elbow and the knee to connect, even if it's just for a moment, those two opposing parts of you. One is completely numb and the other one has very strong emotions. And then finding the position of power. Position of power. When you take power, when you are in control, and maybe just paying attention to the emotions. Placing your hands on solar plexus, Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale, open up, and then stay open. Stay open. And then release. Okay, we're gonna push something away. So if you think about yourself, so is your pattern to be numb, or is your pattern to have very strong emotion, being dramatic? So whatever it is, whatever your pattern is, push it away to allow the opposite to take some space and create balance. So you pick what you need to push away. So find it, give it a shape, a form, a color, and then push that away. And it's going to be so hard because for years we've been doing that thing, and it's gonna want to creep back in, and then we're gonna push it away, push it away, push it away, maybe kick it away. And then eventually you have created space for the opposite to take some space and create balance. Okay, 3 sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Last 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. And release. Okay, starting in Tadasana, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Stepping back to warrior 1. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, right heel comes off, take a big step back. Toes and the heel. Both hip bones are pointing forward. When you feel wide and stable, that's when the upper body comes up. And then maybe the arms come up. Release the arms, place your hands in your back pockets. Bring your awareness to your heart space. And then slowly transfer the weight forward into warrior 3. You can use the chair or not. If you want to, you can bring that knee up, give yourself a little hug, and then back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, left heel comes off, take a big step back. Okay, so create your foundation, and when that is good enough, then bringing your upper body up, and then the arms. Release the arms into your back pockets. Bring awareness to your heart space. And then slowly transfer the weight forward, moving into warrior 3 on the other side. And then if you want to bring that left knee up, give yourself a little hug. And then back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes up, take a big step back. This time we open up the pelvic halves. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. And you are right here in the present moment, warrior 2. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. And notice how that left side of your body is opening up, the rib cage is opening up, the lung is stretching. Maybe breathe into that left lung. Back to warrior 2 into extended side angle. Back to warrior 2. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down to the chair. That hip goes back and up, pushing to the base of your big toe. Maybe arm comes up, gaze comes up. And then slowly find your way back to warrior 2. Placing both hands on the chair. Transfer the weight forward, pick up that back leg, and finding your way to Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe bending that top leg. And then slowly finding your way back to Tadasana. Try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, stepping back, open up the pelvic halves. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. You are right here in the present moment. So right now, how do you feel? Paying attention to what you're feeling right now. What do you feel? Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Transfer the weight forward, moving into extended side angle. Back to warrior 2. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down to the chair. That hip goes back and up, back and up. Maybe gaze comes up, maybe hand come up. And then rebending that front knee, finding warrior 2 one more time. Place the hands on the chair. Transfer the weight forward, moving into Ardha Chandrasana on the other side. You can use the chair or not. Maybe bending the top leg. And then finding your way back to Tadasana. Okay, tree posture. So starting in Tadasana, mountain posture. So starting at the top of the mountain, drop the seed, transfer the weight, and allow your tree to grow. Allow your tree to grow. And maybe it's very windy there on top of the mountain. And a little wind makes the tree stronger. A lot of wind might break it. And then if it does break, we start again. We start again. We just drop another seed, transfer the weight to the other side, and then maybe a little slower. Maybe the next tree is going to grow a little slower, starting out small. There's some wind, makes the tree stronger, and then it goes a little bigger. And eventually it comes into full size. Full size. And at some point, it's time even for this big old oak tree to come back down into earth. Okay. So the feet are a little wider than your hips. Spread the toes, hands on the chair. Yeah, let's put the hands on the chair and then stay here for a moment. Maybe bending one knee, bending the other. Bending both. Maybe come up on your tippy toes. And then eventually releasing the knees down. If you want to, you can sit back on your heels, or rather in between your heels a little bit to open up the toes. Okay, now the color of numb, the color of numbness. So pick a color, put your thumb there, draw a big circle, give that heel a little dot, and then go to the other side. So very strong emotions, very dramatic emotions. Give it a color, and then a big circle. Now, what happens when you mix the two colors? When you mix the two colors, and then draw two big circles, placing your hands in your back pocket. And then release, untuck the toes, and then come into your version of child's posture. You can keep the knees closed, or you can keep them wide. That's your choice. Inhale, come back up. And then create that stable support. Tuck the toes. Lean in, come up a little bit, stay there, build some strength. Breathe. And then come all the way up. Stay in dolphin posture. And then bend the knees and slowly come all the way up to standing. Okay, so let's see what we hear now. Wholehearted attention. When the teachings tell us to make friends with our emotions, they mean to become more attentive and get to know them better. Being ignorant about emotions only makes matters worse. Feeling guilty or ashamed of them does the same. Struggling against them is equally non-productive. The only way to dissolve their power is with our wholehearted, intelligent attention. Only then is it possible to stay steady, connect with the underlying energy, and discover their insubstantial nature. Okay, so we have about 8-9 minutes to meditate on Pema's words. So sit up tall, maybe place your hands on your knees and feel the two sitting bones. Bring your awareness to your breathing. And then I'm going to be quiet for about 7-8 minutes. Here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. If you want to bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste. Okay, and now if you want to take your journal, and the title was Wholehearted Attention, and the two concepts, I kind of changed them during the practice. So on one side, eventually I put cold or numb, and on the other side I put strong emotions and dramatic. And then what I heard from Pema was like, our job is to pay attention to these situations or feelings, and then find a way beyond this to find the underlying energy. What is underneath the emotions? The underlying energy underneath, or on the other side of the emotions. Okay, so that's it. So if you want to spend the next 10 minutes reflecting over this, maybe I have crayons, maybe use some colors, words, to learn more about yourself, because what we're really doing is self-awareness. This is just a practice in self-awareness. That's it.